Hello, guys. Welcome to another session of Live Well. I'm so excited today. I have here Kreig Triggs. He is the owner of Kreig Triggs Fitness, and he's the creator of Kreig Fit. So welcome, Kreig.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
So I'm so excited. As I said, just this whole fitness thing, you guys know every week we discuss different topics to help us live well. So Kreig, what's physical health? What does that mean to you?
So again, thank you for having me. When you say live well, it goes by, the first thing that comes to my head is a tag that I use frequently. It's called Fit for Life. And what that means is living well means having a strong spiritual foundation, having real sound mental health, being good relationally, and also taking care of the one body that we are assigned to. So taking care of your temple. So living well. So everything encompasses living well. One can't happen without the other.
Wow, that's so good. Like I like what you said, taking care of the one body that you are accountable for. That's good. How do you maintain your physical health?
So I'm a stickler for reading food labels from the nutrition side. I do believe that a lot of what it takes to be physically fit is nutritionally. Movement happens on the physical side, but once you get the nutrition down, you can really attack and you can really be successful having a fitness lifestyle. And I'm a stickler for reading food labels. And I'm looking at percentages, I'm looking at ingredients, and because that's where a lot of people get beat at. And so I know if I don't bring it home, then the majority of what I eat is going to always be good because I've already done the heavy labor at the grocery store.
Wow. So because I've never even thought about that, to look at the food labels. I've been on my fitness and my health for about 8 months now. But what are some things that we should be looking for on the food labels? Like what's good, what's bad?
So most of what we want to do when we say physically fit is we want to have that appearance in our own eyes of what physical fitness looks like. And so reducing body fat, feeling good. And so that happens by not putting in the things that could cause us to store body fat. The number one thing, and if I don't want to confuse you, because nutrition can be kind of tricky.
Right.
The number one thing I would say, though, is that when you're looking at the food labels, the number one thing anybody can do immediately is make sure that the item that they're purchasing has 0 added sugars. So from the top part of the nutrition label where all the numbers are, at the bottom, 0 added sugars. That means nothing. All the sugars in there is natural, and anything that's added is going to be added from a physical standpoint. When our body eats it, what we can't use, we usually store. And so we don't want to do that. We want to eat the food that our body can use, and whatever our body can't use, we'll just pass. We don't want our body to store anything. So not having any added sugars would reduce our chances of our body storing, the unnecessary sugars from products that are really not real. They're manufactured somewhere. And then in the ingredients label itself, just a few key points. The first thing in the ingredients label is what that item is mostly made of. And so if the first ingredient is bleached wheat flour in pancakes, okay, so bleached, right? So anything bleached is toxic, right? So anything, if it's bleached wheat flour, it's bleached white probably. And so that's what that item is mostly made of. So that's no good. That's no good. So you want to find something that's flour or wheat flour. Let's start there. And then obviously you want to eliminate any GMO, genetically modified organisms, anything that has your OSE suffix, which is usually some type of sugar that's kind of snuck in the label. Those few things would really get a person on the right track as far as reading food labels.
Wow. So you are a fitness expert, and we're going to get into that in a second. But I didn't plan this, but I was wondering because I have some ideas in my head that I think when it comes to nutrition. So I'm going to ask you, and you just tell me if I'm correct or if I'm incorrect. And so eating 3 times a day, is that healthy or is it not healthy?
It depends on why you're eating 3 times a day. Because most of the things we do in nutrition, it should be customized. There's no template. And so what you need 3 times a day may not be what I need 3 times a day. I would say that if you're hungry, your body is giving you a signal to eat. It prompts you to eat 3 times a day because of your schedule. Sure, eat 3 times a day. Your body may prompt you to eat smaller 5 times a day. Your body may prompt you to eat one large meal, and maybe you like to just snack, maybe have a shake. That may be sufficient for your schedule. But usually 3 times a day, when that headline came out, it was associated with the standard of living of that time. People days were 7, 8 o'clock, and so you would normally be up at a time where you could eat. We didn't have as much access to food, and so the next meal you had was after that 4 or 5 hour period. So you had to eat something. And then before you was getting off, you would normally go and have dinner with the family. So that would make up the 3 times a day. That's kind of where the concept came from. So, but we don't live in that day. We don't live in that day now. That day is long gone. And that's not a bad thing, but just make sure that your nutritional habits are sufficient for you and what your body needs.
And so what about cardio? Should cardio be in your workout routine every day?
So cardio is my absolute favorite because cardio fixes the most important muscle in our body, and that's the heart. And so cardio is, besides it's a huge stress reliever, it's something easy to do depending on how you do it. But cardio cardio is the only thing you can do every day. You can't, depending on how you're doing your weights, you can't do weights every day. You can do cardio every day, and essentially you can relieve that stress every day, and you can remove large amounts of energy deficit in your calories every day through cardio.
Wow. Okay. So I'm on the right path with that. I have to work on that nutritional thing. But the fact that you said that, it looks different for everyone. I always say this, people try to generalize things that are really situational. And so what works for me may not work for someone else. And also I think it depends on what your goal is. Like for me, when I started just, working out, it wasn't that I was just trying to lose weight. That was just a benefit that came with it. But I really just wanted to be healthy. And so there were certain things that, I was still doing just because my goal was just to be healthy and just be disciplined and working out every day. So let's talk about your business and what you do as a fitness instructor.
So I've, as you know, being in business, your business usually takes progressions and levels, sometimes seen and unseen. So I originally started out just wanting to help people in any way that I can. So I started out just kind of training wherever people were, at their homes, at the track, in gyms, just wherever I can find people. That's what I did. And thankfully I had a lot of success starting off. And then as I started working with people, I learned that I didn't know a lot. And so that led to me needing to be more educated. So more certifications, more schooling, and all of those things. And so all of that has given me, I call tools under my tool belt to be able to help more people in more diverse populations. See, it's easy to help somebody who's already has the fit appearance. And so that's kind of where the genre is going. So anybody can make a plan for somebody who doesn't have any knee issues, who doesn't have any breathing issues, who doesn't have any cardiovascular issues, but everybody needs help. And so you should be, as a professional, I wanted to be able to help everyone in all populations. So teenagers up until those who are 70 and 80 years old, they still need help, and they deserve to have the right amount of help. As I got higher education, I was afforded the opportunity to do that. And that's when I went work at the Wellness Center and Fitness Center of Thibodeau Regional, and that has been a blessing. And from a business standpoint, I would just add the suggestion for people to don't be afraid to go to the unknown. Don't be afraid to take the the rocky road sometimes, and don't be afraid to go against the grain. I heard this morning a guy said that, and I don't want to mess it up, but it was so profound, and it was so simple, but it was profound. He said that sometimes things in life happen, and those things can be sort of sandpapers to your life. You see, sandpaper don't feel good, but anything that's been sanded is going to be smooth, it's going to be polished, and it's going to be ready for whatever that job is that that item has. And so I would use that same thing as a business professional. I had to do the unknown. I had to invest money that I didn't have. I had to go and work with and travel an hour back and forth to jobs that I knew would help me. And so now I'm moving more towards online, and I'm finishing up that as I speak. And so this will be the first time you guys hear that. Nobody had any idea. And right. And so that would allow me again to just be able to help more people that aren't physically located near me. And as long as I'm in a capacity of helping people, then I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. So if someone wanted to reach you, how can they reach you?
Obviously, social media is real easy. And so the name Kreig is spelled with a K, K-R-E-I-G. Last name, capital T-R-I-G-G-S. That's Kreig Triggs on Facebook, Kreig Fit on Instagram. And my phone number is 985-519-1683. I take calls all the time. It's funny, I get calls from people who are in the grocery store, and they're like, Kreig, tell me if this is healthy. And it's like, I don't mind helping because I've done the legwork, and it's hard for a lot of people to do that on the spot. And so I provide that as well. And those are just some free services that I just do just because I know people need the help.
Wow. So thank you for coming today and giving us a lot of information. You have certainly changed my perspective of what I thought physical health, what it was and what it looks like, and also just dealing with that nutritional side. So I'll be sure to drop your information in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get a lot of great information. Like, share this video. Thank you, and see you guys next week.